Welcome back, everyone, to Little Roadie Wargaming for another game of Bolt Action. Today, we have a three-player game between the German Air and the Allies. Today's game is Scenario 1, No Man's Land. The two armies have been facing each other off for days now, but today, at the first light of dawn, the time has come to break the impasse. The battle soon escalates as both sides try to crush the enemy. The objective is simple. Both sides must attempt to destroy each other while preserving their own forces. And at the end of the game, we'll calculate which side has won by adding up the victory points as follows. If one side scores at least 2 more victory points than the other, then that side has won a clear victory. Otherwise, the result is deemed too close and honors are shared, a draw. Players score 1 victory point for every enemy unit destroyed. The game will last for 6 turns with the option of a 7th, but on the first turn, visibility is limited to 24 inches. Both sides can declare up to half of the armies, rounding down as reserves. Everything else is deployed onto the table. And there is a possibility of a preparatory bombardment for both sides on a 2+. Now let's go over some of the terrain on today's table. We have a road running right down the middle of the board. All road rules will apply. There are also some hedges. Any of the large built-up areas of bushes will count as a 2-inch visibility and light cover. The buildings will have all the building rules, although this one down here is going to count as a ruin. It's just hard cover. Other sources of hard cover will be the stone walls. We have a small stream here that is going to be rough ground, and all of the fields will also be rough ground. But the wheat fields and this overgrown field down here will be light cover. Now, let's take a look at the armies. And here we have over 2,000 points of German Air. It is 18 dice from the Normandy 1944 list. We'll start over here on the left with some Fallschirmjägers. So everything that's Fallschirmjäger is veteran, is led by a first lieutenant with an extra man. They are both armed with SMGs. We have 2 10-man late war Fallschirmjäger squads. Each of them have 2 LMGs, 2 Panzerfausts, and the sergeants have SMGs. However, one has 4 automatic rifles, the other one has 5. To the right of them, there is a 5-man late war Fallschirmjäger squad with 2 LMGs, 1 Panzerfaust. The sergeant has a rifle, and there is 1 automatic rifle in there. Moving on to the Wehrmachts. All the Wehrmacht is regular. It is led by a second lieutenant with man. They are both armed with SMGs. And there are 2 10-man Wehrmacht squads. The sergeant has an SMG, and there is a light machine gun in each. We also have a Panzerschreck team, 2 sniper teams, and going from left to right, we have a light howitzer, a medium machine gun, and a medium mortar with a spotter. For the vehicles, we have the Tiger 1, which we'll try to remember the Tiger Fear rules for, but no guarantee on that. We have a 234-2 Puma, a 251-1 half-track with rear-mounted medium machine gun. We have a unarmed truck and a 221 armored car, which is the one that's armed with only the machine gun. And here we have the US detachment for the Allies. It is 988 points, 10 order dice, everything is regular, and it's pulled from the US D-Day Afternoon Platoon from the Overlord campaign book. It is led by a second lieutenant with extra man. Both are equipped with SMGs. We have 2 late war infantry squads. They are 12 men with 2 BARs. Going from left to right for the heavy weapons here, we have a medium howitzer with gun shield, a heavy mortar with spotter, and a medium mortar with spotter. Behind them is a 8-man engineer squad with 3 SMGs and a flamethrower that look like they'll be riding in the M3 half-track. We also have a recce jeep and a M4 Sherman with pintle-mounted heavy machine gun. And finally, for the British detachment, we have 999 points, 7 order dice, all regular British Canadian D-Day off the beach platoon. It is led by a first lieutenant with an extra man. Both are equipped with rifles. We have a free forward artillery observer with a extra man with SMG. We have a sniper team, 3 regular infantry sections from the mid to late war. They are 10 men, sergeant has an SMG, and there is a Bren in each. And then finally, we have a infantry tank Mark IV Churchill Crocodile. This is a 11 plus super heavy tank with a 75mm gun and the forward-facing hull-mounted flamethrower. So all of the deployment we did off table, just because it was quicker that way. So we have an American heavy mortar, a American howitzer. There's a spotter for the medium mortar, which is right here. We have both of the American infantry squads and their lieutenant. And then moving over towards the British flank, we have the lieutenant, all 3 sections rather, the crocodile, the observer team there, and then inside of this house, we have the sniper and the observer for the American heavy mortar. Now, everything that has a little red die next to it is hidden deployment. Coming around to the German side, we have a very Fallschirmjäger heavy side of 2 of the squads, a Panzerschreck, lieutenants, light artillery. We got the 221, got a sniper up there, medium mortar with the spotter in there. We have the half-track with a Wehrmacht squad and the lieutenant, the small Fallschirmjäger squad, another sniper, the Puma, and an MMG. So here is what the whole table looks like, and we will get back to see if there's any preparatory bombardments. So before we get into the preparatory bombardment, we have some things that are outflanking. So we have the Sherman, the engineers in their M3 and the recce jeep. And then for the Germans, there's the Tiger and a truck with a Wehrmacht squad. We've written down where they're going to be coming in, so that will get revealed when it's time. So here's the roll to see who has preliminary bombardment. It is an American bombardment. Yep, that's coming in. And a German bombardment is not. Oh boy. So let's get to the roll-off for what German units get hit. So starting with the Puma, it's nothing, no effects. We got sniper team, 2 pins,
machine gun team,
2 pins, Fallschirmjäger squad. I think that's 1 pin.
Half-track?
Half-track.
1 pin.
Lieutenant.
1 pin. And now we'll start moving down to some of the other stuff. Mortar is getting 2 pins back there.
Sniper team.
Sniper team. Oh, sniper team's a direct hit.
Yay.
Scout car.
222. So that's going to be 2 pins. Then we got
Light mortar. Light artillery.
Miss.
1.
Fallschirmjäger team in front.
5.
Lieutenant for the Fallschirmjägers.
4.
Panzerscharf team.
5.
And the
Last
last Fallschirmjägers.
5.
It's also 5.
Should
So
there be one more
that's-
thing?
The squad inside the half track.
No,
Yeah, well, they take the
Right.
they'll take that one pin.
Okay.
So we'll get the pins down, but you have a +3 pen hits against that sniper team.
Alright, so anything but.
Yep.
Killed
It's a
one.
4, so it's killed. That's 2 pins. So you need to make an immediate order test to see if they run away. You can throw it right on that road there. 5, 6, 7, 8.
You're good.
Sticks around. Oh, we'll get the
The
clean
one
up
guy
these
died,
dice.
right?
Yeah, one of them's dead. So we'll have the -1 to hit penalty for not having an assistant. But we'll clean up all these dice, make sure we have all the dice in the bag, and get some pin markers down. So here we are going into turn 1. Got all the pins down, and just a reminder, everything is a 24-inch visibility for the first turn. Will's the bagman, and the first die is
British.
British. Let's see what we can do. So my sniper that's up in this window here is going to be firing at this sniper. So we talked it over, and the hidden setup is a bonus to cover. You can still shoot at them. Snipers ignore all cover. So he's hitting on a 3. And of course, in typical sniper fashion, misses. Let's see what the next die is.
Me.
It's an American die. The medium howitzer goes on ambush. Next up, we have a British die. The British section that was behind the house just ran up into it.
Germans.
And these German die. So the machine gun team's rallying. It does. So sheds those pins.
You good?
And there's an American die. Will is playing the down game and has put the reserve Sherman down.
Brits.
British rep. Okay. So this British section just moved up to the hedge line.
Germans are up.
And there's a German die. Sniper team's rallying.
Good.
8. Yep, that's good. As pins don't apply. So snipers rallied.
American.
Americans. All right. The American lieutenant has just gone down. And we've got some Germans. The mortar is rallying. That is, yeah, that's cocked. It's standing straight up and down on its corner.
Nope.
Nope. The mortar goes down instead. And
Me
next up,
again.
yep.
Going down with the
Americans.
engineers.
Okay, the American engineers are going down, top table,
Germans.
and then the German die. We're doing some rallying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gonna rally the armored car.
all right. Yep, so the armored car loses its pins,
Brits.
and British, all right. I think my lieutenant here is just going to go down. He's in a decent spot, but not to do anything.
Germans.
Germans rally game.
Rally sniper.
Okay, sniper. Yeah, sniper rallies.
Germans again.
More German rallying.
This group of Fallschirmjägers.
All right, the front group. Okay, they lose their pins.
Going down with the wreckage jeep.
Okay, the recce jeep for the Americans is going down off table.
Germans again.
Germans.
Rally the lieutenant Back here.
Okay. Okay, with a 4, loses its pins.
Germans
More
again.
Germans. More rallying.
Here's the Shrek team.
Getting those nice low order test rolls.
Do it again.
Yeah, I didn't get it for the mortar. That would have been nice.
Oh,
Rally this.
so
Fallschirmjäger
statistically,
thing.
you're doing just fine now. The other Fallschirmjägers. Yep. 7. More Germans. You got all the stuff right in front of you too. That's still
Yeah, I'm just. These are all the ones.
1 pins.
Yeah.
We'll give you a
So-
second. So the Fallschirmjägers went to rally, but rolled a double 12, and since they got friendly fire, there was nothing nearby. They just went down instead, and then we had the American half-track go down. So
I rolled the double 12, huh?
yes, they rolled a double 12.
All right.
It was amazing on 2 dice.
Pretty impressive.
Given those Africode dice's ability to roll 6s, I wouldn't be surprised if you got 24 on 2 dice. So American die.
Alrighty. You think I can't go down more?
Okay, so those Americans just go down.
All right, Fritz.
Okay, British are up. I'll have to check something out. So the crocodile advanced, destroying this, and tried to fire at the 221, but it was just an inch shy, so he fired at what he thought he saw something. Just firing into the darkness.
Germans.
And there's Germans.
Oh, Charlie, rally the.
Rally the half track. It does. So the half track loses the pin, but the men inside still have theirs.
Here, get rid of it.
Yeah, another German die.
Another rally. Infantry in the half track.
Yep. So they lose their pin. The rallying is almost complete.
British time.
But we have some British first.
After
So the British forward artillery observer just went down.
All right. Germans.
Germans, the rally game.
Rally the lieutenant.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. He loses his pins.
Germans again.
And I believe the Germans just have stuff in reserve now.
Nope. You got Puma.
Oh, the Puma.
We'll put that
You got a
down.
Puma. Oh, but the Tiger goes down. You got the Puma on the light artillery, I think.
Truck goes down.
Yep. Rest of the
Infantry
down
goes
game.
down.
And then the Americans have something.
My infantry will also go down.
The other infantry squad. It's the down game.
Yep.
The down and rally.
Me again. Should have 2 things. I have both mortars.
Yeah, 2 mortars. Which I don't think have line of sight on anything. Except for maybe your mortar spotter in here might be able to see the sniper.
Can't shoot the sniper. Right? No, I can.
Yeah, you can shoot it with indirect. You just always hit on a 6 until he's discovered.
You know what? Screw it. Why not?
Okay.
Let's check.
Let's see. Do we have range from this window here?
It's this one here.
Oh, it's closer.
Yeah. So yes.
So it's within the 24-inch visibility. Next turn, when that visibility is removed, it's going to get brutal.
All right. So 6.
One shot, needing a 6.
No.
Nope. So we could put a ranging in marker, but he's not going to be ranging in.
My other mortar's up. So that's
Yeah,
a
it's your
medium.
medium mortar. Just hiding in the field.
He's just gonna go down.
Okay. I think we're all. I think it's all German.
No, you have one British left.
I do.
Yep.
Oh, right. I have an infantry section over there.
The
Germans.
guys in the truck, Ted, and the house, I think.
No, the guys in the truck are down.
No, the one. Sorry, the guys in the half track.
Oh yeah, but they're down. I rallied them.
Oh, did you?
I just put it next to the half
Yeah.
track.
All right, never mind then.
Oh, you have the sniper under the tree.
Oh, he rallied.
I did.
Both snipers are rallied.
Oh, there's the die. There's so much going on in this table. It's
Puma
difficult to see.
and howitzer.
Yep, howitzer.
We're just gonna go down with the howitzer.
Okay, howitzer good. Goes down. And there's 2 dice. I'll take the one on the left. Oh, it's mine. I will take the one on the left. That infantry squad is going to go down.
You know, that was
It's
the right,
such a. It was on my left head. It's very, very exciting first turn.
What would you like the Puma to do?
We just
Oh.
have the Puma.
I'm gonna need some time to think about this.
Oh, okay. I'll give you a moment. So, with this on ambush, the Puma decided that the smart thing was to just go down. Here's what the battlefield looks like after a very exciting turn 1. We'll pick up all the dice and move into turn 2. So, first die of turn 2, we have Germans. Mortar's trying to rally. It does. There's that double 1 again. They just had to wait a little bit longer.
All right. Brits.
British. All right. We're going to open up with the sniper. Firing on the sniper. Again. Okay. That is a hit. That's regular. It's killed. The sniper is taken out.
It wasn't a
It ignores cover.
boardball small team.
Nope. Only modifiers is pins and losing its assistant. It was also exceptional damage, and I'm going to exceptionally kill the 1 model left in the team.
All right.
Yeah, snipers, much like flamethrowers, pretty much ignore a lot of the to hit modifiers. Yeah, but they always miss. We always roll a 1.
I was gonna say I had a sniper last game that
Yeah, it
did
didn't
not
do
seem
much.
particularly powerful.
All right, what do we got for the next one?
Brits.
Oh, another British one. So the crocodile went to fire at the recce vehicle, but it's not there. It wrecked.
Germans.
Okay. Germans are up. So the light howitzer is going to attempt to fire indirect onto the house. It's doing so because it was just a little too close to the Fallschirmjägers. Nope. Okay. So we'll get something to range that in out there. But in the meantime,
Americans.
it's the Americans. So via the spotter, the American heavy mortar is going to attempt to fire on that Fallschirmjäger squad. Well, it will fire. It's going to attempt to hit them.
And it's a 5.
Yep, that's mostly 5. So it will start ranging in. And we need another die.
Brits.
British. Okay. So the forward observer, now that it can see the farm clearly, has called in a fire mission.
Americans.
Okay, got an American die. So the half-track engineers went down. Next up.
Americans again.
Yeah.
The half track itself will go down.
Playing the down game.
Yep.
So just to clarify, it's the engineers and the half-track that are in outflank.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I made a mistake on that earlier on the deployment.
The Recce Jeep and the Sherman are simply in reserve.
Okay.
German dice.
Germans. So, because of the British pressing the issue over here, the Panzerschreck team has advanced out of the wheat field and is going to be firing a long-range shot onto the side armor of the Churchill, needing a 5.
Miss.
It's a miss. It goes sailing right over. Whew.
Maybe it hits that wall you were trying to use as cover earlier.
Some of those veteran Fallschirmjägers over there were like, no, I bet someone's looking at us with some binoculars. I got that spidey sense feeling. Run. And the Germans get to try something again. So this squad advanced to try to get away from the bombardment and is firing at the sniper, needing 7s on a fistful of dice. So,
1,
3
2,
maybes.
3.
Oh, there's 1. So there will be a pin, and it's 5 to kill because of the building. No. So no kill, just a pin. Put that down there. And then the next die is British. So this British squad over here just went on ambush.
Americans.
And we've got an American die.
Is there a range on?
So the mortar is going to be firing at the now visible Fallschirmjägers, needing a 6.
Got him.
And it's a 6 with the tabletop general die. So thank you, Jens, for that lovely mortar shot. Let's see, how many can we get on there with a 2-inch?
4.
4? Okay. That's, yep, 3 up. Now we'll get the dice box right over here.
2.
So that's 2 dead and D3 pins.
3.
3 pins. We'll get those pulled, and the next die, bag's right next to me, so I'll get this one. We have Germans. So the Fallschirmjägers moved up to get out of the range again, and they're going to be putting some long-range fire into this hidden squad here. Everything's going to be 7s.
I'm not sure.
You're firing the loaders.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the assault rifle's in range.
18 inches?
18, yeah,
No,
not in range.
no, that's way too short.
Alright, so I get 1 more extra dice.
Okay. So 5 dice, 6 dice.
Oh, he's got 2 machine guns. Like,
Oh,
It's that many.
once again, 3 maybes.
No.
No hits.
German.
And Germans again. So the Fallschirmjäger lieutenant is advancing out of the wheat field. His spidey senses are also tingling.
Americans.
And it's an American die. So the lieutenant went down in the wheat field.
He knows his job. Germans.
Germans are up. So the Puma has moved up and is firing AP.
HE.
HE.
Come on.
Okay. At the hidden howitzer. So,
Why am I rolling?
I don't know. Why are you rolling 2 dice?
Oh,
Roll 1 die, Ted.
Jesus. Nope.
It's a miss. All right. He needed, 7s and beyond. So,
Alright.
Will? Bagman?
Why don't you do something else?
More Germans.
Tiger's going down.
Okay, Tiger's going down.
Me.
Americans. Are the Yanks still hiding?
Now the gun's going. We just got shot at.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're shooting back.
Bang.
I'll give up my hidden deployment for a nice easy shot on him.
For hopefully a Puma kill.
That would be nice.
Alright, front armor. I think we're definitely in range.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Short
Well
range.
within range.
1 shot, hitting on 3.
Okay.
Nope.
And the Puma gets lucky. Next die, we have Germans again. The sniper is taking a shot at the spotter for the medium mortar, needing a 3. It's a hit. A 4 to kill him.
Nope.
And a pin on the spotter means nothing. But it was close.
Germans again.
More German dice. The lieutenant went down behind the half track. And, well, Ted still has things to think about.
Half track's going down.
Okay. That was easy.
Germans.
Yep, they're down too.
The guys in the half track are going down too. Half
America.
track's just like, I'm not going anywhere. And, yep, so an American die. So the Americans are going to try to bring the Sherman on from reserve.
Yep.
It's coming on. I'll show you where it ends up. So the Sherman came on right here. It is firing its main gun at the Puma. And is firing its hull and pintle into the Fallschirmjägers behind that bush. So they need 6s. Needs a 4 on that.
Alright, so these are machine guns into
Okay.
the Fallschirmjägers.
Machine guns.
3 are heavy.
Okay.
I got 1 hit with the medium.
Okay, so there's a pin. 5 to kill.
No.
So no kill. There is a pin back, and then the 4 for the Puma.
Nope.
Oh, I saw it for a second. So that Puma's getting very, very lucky. And next die,
Germans.
we have Germans. So the machine gun team just executed a 12-inch run order. And next up, we have more Germans. All right, so the American die, but the German truck just went down in reserves. The Americans are going to attempt to bring on the Jeep.
Yep.
It's coming on.
With an advance. It's going to fire on the Fallschirmjäger.
Okay. It's going right up into that patch there. Pretty low profile, so we're going to give it the light cover. And then firing over at the Fallschirmjägers.
Yep.
It's well within range. I'll get these out of here. And it's 5 dice.
Moved, long range, soft cover.
Yep, so 6s.
I got 1.
And there's it. So it's another pin on them. 5 to kill.
Got 1.
And there's a kill. Which is going to hurt that small squad quite a bit.
So you taking a loader, a sergeant, or a machine gun? Because you're not guaranteed to get the sergeant back if you...
Oh.
Decisions.
And the sergeant can't fill in for a loader, right?
Nope. Loaders are designated.
We'll let Ted make his choice. He went with one of the loaders, and we need another die. Mr. Bagman.
German or Americans.
Americans. Okay. Okay, so this squad advanced up to the hedgerow and is firing across the road at the Fallschirmjägers. So they have a total of 14 shots because of the 2 BARs. Everything is range, although it is long range. So it's hitting on 5s due to soft cover.
It's probably get hard cover because
You have a
you can
clear
only
line of
see
sight.
like 1 or 2 guys per. Oh, actually,
More than half of your squad is
You're
to
right.
the right there.
all right. So 5s.
It's a pin.
Yep. 10 and 5 hits.
So we're fishing for 5s.
Yep. Looking for 5 again.
2.
2. So that is half the squad. So it's another pin and a morale test.
So before you do it, though, sergeant or loader and machine gun, or who's still alive? 'Cause if you kill the sergeant, that morale test gets harder.
Yeah, because they got 3 pins, so... Well, the 2 plus to take over happens immediately.
Yeah.
So we'll let Ted decide what he wants to do. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They just make it because he decided to keep the sergeant. That was a good call. So down to the sergeant and a loaderless LMG with 3 pins.
All right. German.
Germans are up. So the Wehrmacht squad in the Opel Blitz went down. And we got, an American die. So this American squad just moved up, staying in the wheat fields to fire at that now small team. So with the exception of 1 rifleman they can all see, but a small team, long range, soft cover, needing 6s.
3 hits?
3. We're up to 4 pins. And 5s to kill.
Nope.
Nothing. So 4 pins, 2 men. And another order die, please.
Brits.
British. Oh. I'm still over here.
It's mostly Brits.
Yeah, mostly Brits left, yeah.
There's only 1 German left.
So we'll figure out what needs to be done on this flank. So the British section that's in that first floor is firing at the Fallschirmjägers there. We're giving them hard cover because of the wall. And I have 3 rifle shots, which becomes 4, is the rapid fire national trait, and a Bren. The Bren is hitting on 5s. The rifles are hitting on 6s because of range. So the Brens are going to be the blue dice. So 2 rifle hits. Needing 5s to kill. There's 1 kill. It is exceptional. Why don't you take one of those Panzerfausts out of there? Because my Churchill would appreciate you having less anti-tank on this side. But it's another pin. And KIA. Next die, please.
Brits.
Oh, hey, it's British. I think I'm just going to have them advance up and do the same thing, and we'll get that movement and firing ready. So that's where they ended up, and with hard cover, moved long range, I worked out 10 shots, needing 7s. There's 1, maybe. No. All right. Lots of loud noises. The next die comes down to 2. I'll take the one on my left. Hey, it's mine. The lieutenant, this will be a nice quick one. The lieutenant is just going to run over this way. So this Fallschirmjäger squad ran around the back of the house, but it is getting some ambushing fire from just the Bren that's in range. So it's long range, needing 4s. That is 1 hit, so we'll get the pin. Needing a 5 to kill, no kill, just a pin. All right, so they're firing with the machine guns. It is moved, long range, pin, soft cover. So moved, long range, pin, soft cover, hitting on 7s. It added 7. And that was the last die. A quick sweep of what it looks like. It's been a little cagey up until the kind of end of this turn. And I think now is where the fun begins. So this is where the British fun begins.
Maybe.
Perhaps on a 4, 5, or 6. It's a 4. Incoming. So it's a D6 plus 6 inches. That. Okay. I'm biased, so it's in the middle.
Yeah, that's a 1.
It's a 1? Okay, that's what I thought. But, second opinion. So it is a 7-inch blast, and we'll figure out who gets caught. So this Fallschirmjäger squad, the Howitzer, and the Panzerschreck team have all gotten caught. These two, their mad dash to safety worked. So we'll start with them. 5, so that's going to be D3 pins. That's 3 pins. The Panzerschreck team is a direct hit. So, no, I'll just roll these two, because it's anything but. Hey, well, there is a but there, but that could be exceptional damage. It's not. So one's killed with D6 pins, 3 pins. And there will be a morale test, and then on the light howitzer, we have D3 pins. 3 pins. So you just got a 3-pin morale test on the Panzerschreck team.
Shrek.
Okay. Yep, the Panzerschreck runs away. So this can come up.
Nice.
We'll pull that. We'll pull a German die, and then we'll get on to turn number 3. Okay, so here's the start of turn 3. We still have the hiding lieutenant in hidden. Everything else is out in the open.
Americans.
It's an American die. So we almost have a rinse and repeat. The main gun is firing into the Puma, and the Hull MMG is firing into that small team there. Pintel's not firing.
So small team, long range, light cover, 6s.
Okay.
Nope.
Nothing. And then a 3 for the Puma.
All right, come on.
Okay, that's a hit. You have a +5 against a armor 8.
Yep. That is a glancing hit, unless
So,
I got the side.
Superficial.
No, it's
Let's take a look.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's... Camera's not really going to do it justice. I'd say it's a 50-50. 4, 5, 6, you hit the side.
Nope.
Okay, it's a front.
All right, so glancing hit. This
Glancing
minus
hit.
3.
Yep.
2.
2, so I believe 2 is
Immobilized.
immobilized. But we'll double check that. Either way, there's a pin.
And it goes down.
And it goes down, correct. But the next die is going to be...
Hold your horses.
I will not.
You.
Oh, see? As I drop it on the floor, I'm too excited. So a slight correction, it only goes down if it's already taken an action, so it is still eligible for activation. But over on the British side, I'm going to attempt a fire order on the sniper. He has 1 pin. He's going to be aiming for the Fallschirmjäger lieutenant. See if we can remove some of his ability to get rid of the pins on that side of the board. So order tests. Yep, so he loses his pin. 3 up. Hits. And a 5 to kill. No. So a pin on the Fallschirmjäger lieutenant. Here, I just got a pin marker right here that already has 1. Or had 1, it just bounced over to 2 as I tossed it on the board.
It just bounced. Germans.
German die. The squad's trying to rally with its 4 pins. Yep. So it loses D6 plus 1. Your pins are gone. And the next die is Americans. So the American howitzer is firing a shot at the Puma, needing a 3 in the box there. It's a hit.
All right. It is a medium howitzer, which I believe is a +3.
AG3.
So 5 up. Okay.
6. Okay, so that's a penetrating hit.
Take that.
It explodes.
Awesome.
There's nothing around it, so it now we can pull the die out of the bag, and we'll explode the Puma. But for the next activation, we have Germans. So there's medium
6
machine
shots
gun.
from 5.
Yes, German. So six shots from the medium machine gun there, firing over on them. Needing 5s. That's 2 hits. Needing 4s. No kills, but we got a pin. So Will, you grab. Oh, Ted's got the pin. Got pins everywhere now. Next die is Americans.
All right.
Medium mortar is firing one of his ranged in shots on those Fallschirmjägers there. Needing a 2. Oh no. It was a dud. Unfortunate. Next
German.
is Germans. The mortar is firing via its spotter in the trees over here. So ranging in, needs a 6. No. So we'll get that ranging in marked up. Meanwhile, the next die is British. So the Churchill just rumbled up. It is going to be firing its flamethrower on there. It tried to fire at 75 mil at the 221 that was right there, but it wrecked far, far away. So hitting with the flamethrower on a 4. It hits. So it's D6 plus 1 hits. It is 7 hits. Will, can you bring me 6 more of my lucky British dice? Thank you. So it is a +3. So 2s. That is 5 dead. And the D6 pins? D6 plus 1 pins?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I rolled a 1. So that brings them up to at least 5 pins. And they do have to make a morale test. But because the Fallschirmjägers are stubborn, it's pretty much don't roll a foobar. Because you have a lieutenant right there.
So this is up to 6 now.
10. So they stay where they are. Barely.
I feel like that field's having a bad time though.
Yeah, this field might be a little charred at the moment. But the next die is going to be Germans. So the light howitzer is going to attempt to rally. It rallies, removes all of its pins, all 3 of its pins.
But more than one, I can't even try to do anything with it.
Yeah, as we discovered last game, those 1 pin orders. Yikes.
Direct fire.
American
There
die?
you go. Yep, me.
Okay. So, Americans are deciding where to act. So the American squad is going to attempt to pass an order to fire on the Fallschirmjägers. Yep, so they shed their pin thanks to the hidden lieutenant. And it's still, I think, what, 14 shots?
Yep.
14 shots. We have range, small team, light cover.
6s.
Are they going to go down?
No.
No, not going down. All right, so we have 14 shots, needing 6s. That is
3.
3. Okay. Needing 5s. Fallschirmjägers. So 1 is dead. So it's a pin. And it's a... Yep, they're fine because they're stubborn. You don't take pins into account.
Yeah.
Both of you, machine gun? Okay. Machine gun goes away, and it's just a very, very pinned sergeant.
Alright. Germans.
Germans are up. So this half-track is firing its 5 shots from its MNG at the squad that's open fire. We have 5 shots, needing 5s for range and cover. So that is 3.
4.
So that's 2 dead, and it was 6 shots, because for whatever reason, today I keep forgetting the buzzsaw rule. So, 2 dead, and a pin. And the next die.
Germans.
Germans again. Alright, so the sniper is firing at the gun-crewed howitzer. Rolled a 6. Needs a 5 to kill because it has a gun shield. No, they ignore the gun shield.
They ignore the gun shield.
They ignore the gun shield. So
Close
there
guy.
is a kill on the howitzer.
And a pin, right?
Yep.
And a pin. Correct.
Thank you.
Next die is
British.
British. Okay. So the squad that's in there is firing the Bren and 4 rifles on them. It is a total of 8 shots, needing 7s because now they're a small team. Oh, there's 1 potential. No. So, nothing but some inaccurate fire.
Germans.
And we have a German die. So the Tiger is attempting to come on the American flank, needing an 8 to bring it in. It's a 7, so the Tiger is rumbling onto the field. So the Tiger came on over there. It is firing its hull mounted at them. It is 6 shots, needing 6s from move to light cover and range. And it's firing the big gun at the Sherman, just needing 4s for having moved. So machine guns first. Nothing from the machine guns. Oh, that's fine. It's just tracer fire. It's warming up. And a 4. Oh. Okay. Evening has the front armor. That's going to be rough.
Armor 9.
9 versus a pen.
+7 HE3.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not firing HE.
No, for AP, yeah. So +7.
Alright, so you need a 2 to glance.
3 to penetrate. 3 is a penetrating hit.
So 1 dice roll.
And it's...
I believe it's on fire.
Yep. So the tank is now burning, which is really bad for a Sherman.
Yeah. +1 pin marker, then make a morale check for the vehicle. If the test is passed, the fire has been put out. Place a down marker on the die, or changes current to die. If the test failed, the crew abandoned vehicle is considered knocked out.
So it's a 2-pin morale test?
2-pin morale test.
Okay. 7,
It's okay.
8, 9. He's fine.
But 2 pins.
Yep, 2 pins, and we'll change this to a down.
I'll take it. He's not dead.
That Sherman got lucky.
Alright. German's good.
Another German die. So these Germans just disembarked, and they are firing from their elevated position over the hedges on them. 5 shots needing, I think, 6s.
Yep.
There's 2 hits.
Well, there's 2. And there's a pin and 4 to kill. So we'll just increase that pin to 2.
Me.
And the Americans are up. So the heavy mortar via the spotter is going to attempt to drop around on the top armor of the tiger, needing a 6. No. But it's going to start to range in, hopefully. And next,
Germans.
we have Germans. So the Fallschirmjägers are going to attempt to rally off their 6 pins. Okay, it's a 10, so they do rally. And they rally d6 plus 1. Okay, so they lose half their pins. Isn't terrible. They're down to 3.
Americans.
And the Americans are up. So the American lieutenant has revealed himself and just shuffled over to help with some of the morale issues on that side.
Alright. Brits.
Okay, we got some Brits. So I think the Brits might start a advance. So the British just ran, getting away from the ranging in, and advancing up on the Germans' position.
Germans.
We have a German die. So it's going to try to bring on the Opel Blitz. 8? Yep, just makes it. So they are coming on same place? Same side, rather?
Well, yeah, I didn't write a specific vehicle. I just...
Okay, so they're all coming in from that side, and we'll show you where it ends up. All right, so the Opel Blitz just drove onto the field with an advance move,
Germans again.
and it's another German die. So this squad disembarked, tried to fire the Jeep. Jeep wrecked, 1 rifle shot, missed.
I didn't...
And
I
next
should have
die,
shot at the gun platform. Oh, well.
Brits.
Brits. This section here is firing the Bren at the Fallschirmjägers over there. 4 shots, needing 4s for range. 1 hit. No kill, but I put a pin back on them. That pin goes down, another die comes out, and it is British again. I am just going to have them run around the back so that they don't become a victory point. And the Americans are up. This squad is going to attempt to activate, but it's within 18 inches of the Tiger. So they have Tiger Fear with a first lieutenant.
Good.
Yep.
They're
So
gonna
they're
advance.
able to act, and they're advancing. So this was the advance. It was a little shuffle, and they are firing everything at these Germans in the open. So reds are 3s, blues are 4s.
All right.
So that's decent hits.
8.
8 hits, needing 4s to kill. That 5.
2 possible exceptionals. No.
Oh, 5. 5 dead, and a 1-pin morale test.
They're good.
They're fine. So they lose half their number, they gain a pin.
They're glad they came onto the board.
Thank you for participating. And the pins die.
Brits.
And British. The British lieutenant just ran up to support the advance. And then
Me.
there was an American die. So the half-track is going to attempt to come in on the British flank.
Yep.
And it does. So the British lieutenant is angrily pointing at the American driver that almost ran over his assistants as the half-track went flying 36 inches down the road with a run order.
Germans.
and a German die comes out of the bag. So the lieutenant is going to attempt an advance order,
Nope.
and instead it goes down.
All right. There's only Germans and my guy who has to go down. So, Ted, what are you doing?
Okay, so 2 German dice. We'll show you what happens. So the lieutenant there went down, and we're going to attempt to rally the lone Fallschirmjäger sergeants. Okay, so he's going to lose d6 plus 1 pins. Is that all the pins?
It's 4.
Yep.
4 pins. Okay. And that is the end of turn 3. So this is what it looks like. And I think I was right. At the beginning of the turn, this is where the fun began.